All right, guys and girls, welcome back to another episode with myself, Luke, and also Edoh. So how are you doing today, Edoh?
I'm feeling excited to be back for the episode, Luke.
Very good. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about what happened with the crypto markets last week. I mean, Friday was a crazy, crazy day in crypto. I think it's the first time in my crypto experience where I saw these altcoins go down so much. I mean, we lost 900 billion dollars worth in less than 24 hours. So I don't know how much you are aware of it, what you saw, Edo, last week, over the weekend.
I mean, everything happened so quickly last week. I guess, it was kind of a panic for the market because people were not expecting it.
So my question is this basically the end of the bull run? Are we going into the bear market? Is the bear market here? So have we topped out? Is 120, what is 127,000 the top? And now are we going to go into a bear market? Just your thoughts on that. Do you think we're going into a bear market now, or is there still hope?
We were saying this one in our previous episode that the bear market was around the corner and that this bull market, the cycle was about to end. And for me, maybe just looking at the technicals, it could be that maybe very soon things will happen as we talked about it before. My only surprise though is that maybe we didn't have a proper altcoin season.
Yeah, that's true.
Could this means that maybe when we had this 1 week variety of the altcoin season, that was all that we could expect from the altcoins. So that would be my biggest surprise for this cycle. Or maybe could we maybe have an altcoin season later completely decorrelated from the whole cycle. So I mean, these are the questions that I still have on the back of my mind.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the cycles have repeated up until now. But the problem is, if we don't have an altcoin season, then the cycle is different this time.
Yeah, could be, yeah.
So it would be sad for most of us are here for the altcoins for sure. So yeah, the Bitcoin dominance is still sky high. We're still waiting for that altcoin season, and it hasn't come. So if it is the end of the cycle, then it's a little bit different this time because we haven't had that altcoin season where the Bitcoin dominance comes crashing down and the altcoins absolutely explode to the upside. Yeah, but just looking back to 2017, 2018, when we had that blow off top, then the altcoins popped. Back in 2021, 2022, we had that double top. The altcoins again absolutely went sky high. But right now we haven't seen it. So are we going to have an altcoin season?
The way I'm thinking it, maybe completely wrong because this one is completely from my mind, not even looking at the technicals. I just feel like maybe the cycle is almost over. Sorry, it's almost over. I just feel like the cycle is almost over. But that the altcoins, somehow there is potential that these altcoins, they'll really have their own running. Because yes, you can see here, you can see here everything is right, but as it happened last week, Bitcoin happened for Bitcoin and it happened for all the coins. But somehow I still believe down there that maybe there will be an altcoins season for all the coins. If not, maybe some coins. I will still have the season.
We're going to talk about the altcoins in the next episode because we've got certain things like BitTensor has gone up to 23% for the week. We did have that crash on the Friday, and we've gone back up to 466. So I mean, BitTensor, we've got the I think AI. I heard that AI is a big bubble ready to pop, and not just in crypto, but in general.
I mean, if that happens, that all these crypto coins that are based upon AI, they will also pop. So I mean, it is true. It is the era of AI in general, and some coins that are based upon AI, they will do well depending on how the AI models are delivering as well, how much innovative AI projects are brought down on the table. So yeah, so AI is still a big bet for this season.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that after. But we want to focus on Bitcoin right now. That's why we're doing the first episode. So with Bitcoin dropping down that much on Friday, then of course the altcoins took a hit. Now, one thing which I did and I was trying to do was trying to buy the altcoins as they were falling down 60, 70, 80%. But it was crazy last week. It was the first time I even saw some like Ivan on Tech talking about Alex Becker on their YouTube channels. And it was the first time for them as well, where they saw certain exchanges, I'm not going to name them, but you went onto the exchanges and there were bugs and you couldn't sell, you could only buy. And some of these exchanges were still selling some of these coins at the same price before they dropped. Yet on CoinMarketCap, the price for something like, let's go just very quickly because we'll talk about this, like I said, in the next episode, but we had Sui. It was reading 60 something cents. So I thought this is an opportunity to buy Sui. But the buy price was like $3.50. And it just made no sense. And I was going on from one exchange to another, and all the exchanges you couldn't buy, you could only sell. But the sell, if you sold, you'd sell it for 60 cents. So it just made absolute no sense. Obviously, I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but again, it teaches you the importance of having your crypto on a hardware wallet, not on an exchange. If they're not your keys, then that's what we've said it maybe a few times on our channel. But it was the craziest thing I've ever seen, and it's the first time I've seen that.
But you know what? In that case, even if you have it on your key, you don't solve the problem, because if you want to sell it, you still won't be able to sell it on any platform.
Yeah, it's true. It's just if ever the company went bust, like what happened with FTX. I'm not saying like Coinbase and Binance because they're the biggest players, but FTX. If you had all your coins on FTX, you lost a lot. You lost everything. So the point is as well, it's not 100% guaranteed safe, but it's safer than having your money on an exchange on a hardware wallet.
Yeah, but I guess we had this conversation, I guess, a while back. I guess it was last year when we talk about what is safer to have these crypto coins on a key, or to have it on with a platform like Coinbase or Binance. It's true that the answer is not that trivial. But what happened last week regarding all those crypto exchanges, it also shows how vulnerable they are.
Yeah, so let's just break down the technical analysis for Bitcoin then, because that's why we're doing this episode. So if we're looking at the monthly on the charts, and it's looking pretty good still. I mean, yes, we're just back where we were back in September, around 110, 109,000, and we peaked out at 126,000, almost 127,000. And yeah, we did actually on our channel talk about both scenarios, the bearish and the bullish. There was weakness in the charts. Now everybody's saying that, okay, Bitcoin collapsed because of geopolitical things going on. But there was already weakness in the charts. So we brought that out last week, even before what happened with the tariffs coming out for China, US tariffs. So I don't even remember the percentage, but it was probably, it's just an excuse for Bitcoin for people to start selling. And that sell pressure came in. People panicked because of that news on Friday. But the technicals, they don't lie. And there was this scenario where we did say on our channel, on the podcast, that we needed to break through quickly, or we had the potential of being rejected. We needed that sufficient volume to come in with Bitcoin to take us towards 130, 140,000. And it didn't happen. And that was the bearish scenario that we were talking about. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I guess, yeah. We talk about that. Yes, we remember exactly that. You say that Bitcoin get to push higher with a lot of volume. I remember you use those words, and that's exactly what happened.
So what we don't want to see now is, what we do want to see rather is a nice bounce off where we are right now. If we go lower than 107, we've got this possibility coming down to 100K. If we break that, I know you were telling me just earlier, you could see a possibility of seeing a $90,000 Bitcoin very soon.
You know what? I mean, for me, given the current situation, I can really see Bitcoin going a little bit lower and even reaching maybe 100K.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something. Where is it on the daily? I showed you earlier. So yeah, we've filled it up already. So the problem is now, like you were saying, yeah, we wouldn't be surprised if we come down to I think 100,000 will be the lowest point. But I'm not ruling out what you said. But the issue is we need to pump past 115,000 relatively quickly. If we don't, then the potential of the bear market is in play, and 127,000 was probably the top for this cycle. So the issue is, yeah, we need to basically, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but I've tried to be as objective as possible on my show and when we're together. We need to come and stall past the 115 and start going back towards 120 and our highs here, 125,000. If we don't, this is exactly what's happening right now, unfortunately. We're rolling over. It could be a step down. It's that 100K, $100,000, and then we could just be falling another hump, another step down. So the issue is right now, we could just be rolling over, and this could be the beginning of the bear market. But we have to, the best thing to do right now, not financial advice, of course, is just to take a step back, let the dust settle, see which direction we're going. And right now, the sentiment, if we go over to CoinMarketCap for crypto, we're back in the fear. Altcoin season is dead at this moment in time. And we're going towards, yeah, if we look at the RSI, we're going towards being oversold, which is good. I mean, if you want to let the dust settle and get back in with Bitcoin or the altcoins, it would be a great buying opportunity if the bull market happens. But I can't guarantee it. Nobody can guarantee if a bull market is still on. We just have to, yeah, wait, be patient, take a step back, and just wait for Bitcoin to make its move. When Bitcoin makes its move, then we can make money.
I mean, this is an interesting development to look forward to.
So yeah, I think that's it. I want you to look at the Bollinger Bands. Remember last week we spoke about the Bollinger Bands and they were overly extended. Well, what happened? We came crashing down.
Yeah, which means that now we are exactly
We're back in the middle of the Bollinger Bands. If you check that out on the indicators, you can see that. So that's just a brief sum up with Bitcoin. Just maybe if you're going to take anything away from it, just take a step back. Let everybody else be fearful. Be patient. Let's see which direction Bitcoin is going. And in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to make money in the bear market as well, because you can make a lot of money in the bear market. Only because it's a bear market doesn't mean you can't make money. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the altcoins, and we will see you next time.